Welcome to my men's fragrance channel. Today we've got a very exciting video of a new Hermes release, TERRE D'HERMES EAU GIVREE, and I'm going to compare it to the old trusty TERRE D'HERMES and let you know about longevity and everything. So keep on watching if you want to know more and if this new beauty is worth it. So let's cover the bottle straight off. The difference, I was surprised that the new one has got a cup, whereas the old TERRE D'HERMES had a lovely opening, that twist kind of cup opening, which I loved. So I'm sad they didn't carry it on. With the bottle itself, I love this bottle so much more. You've got this frosted kind of back glass of the bottle, and the front is just the normal TERRE D'HERMES EAU GIVREE, pretty standard, and at the top you've got a brushed silver finish, very sophisticated, very nice, and I really like it. Another point is that this new EAU GIVREE is coming in to replace the TERRE D'HERMES EAU Fresh or Freshe, so that one is getting discontinued. If you have loved that one, grab it while you still can, because it's definitely discontinued, and this is supposed to be the new, really refreshing summer edition of TERRE D'HERMES. Another thing that I found different is that the TERRE D'HERMES sprayer is much less fine compared to the new sprayer. The new atomizer on the EAU GIVREE is wonderful. It's so fine. So that is very improved, and I love that. The scent, and I will spray it on here. It is such a lovely grapefruity scent. When I first sprayed it, first impressions, I was like, oh my gosh, so much grapefruit, very sparkling, super refreshing, really like punch citruses in your face, really lovely. And I find that on a hot summer day, this will be really lovely, refreshing, cooling, and it smells very good. So first impressions, especially the opening, you will definitely be impressed. I can't imagine anybody not being impressed by this. This reminds me a bit of the grapefruit in Forever Light Blue, but it's much more natural and refined. I really dislike the grapefruit in Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever, but this is a real, just crisp citrus. It's just wonderfully done, so much more sophisticated. So if you want that grapefruit freshness in a men's cologne, I think this is much more of a charming and sexy scent. The notes of this say citron at the top, then juniper berries and timur, which seems to be like a black pepper sort of a spice, and then at the base you've got woody notes and mineral notes. I would say that grapefruit is a really predominant note. I'm surprised it isn't listed because it's very prominent. Then you've got the lovely woodsy notes and a bit of vetiver. I can smell in there that it's still got that really nice herbal spicy vetiver that TERRE D'HERMES, the original eau de toilette, also has. But I would say TERRE D'HERMES, the original, is much more of a earthy and very natural smelling scent. This one is also natural, but it's much more crisp and a bit more of that aggressive scent, a bit more modern in how I perceive it. When I spray this, it reminds me a bit more of like this youthful spirit while still being a classy fragrance, whereas TERRE D'HERMES in comparison is much more classy and timeless. They're definitely different from each other. They definitely have a very distinct character. I would say the EAU GIVREE has a much different character than other flankers of TERRE D'HERMES. The other flankers are all kind of pretty similar, whereas this one really is something new and interesting. So I am very excited. To me, the scent itself, it's super nice. My husband has worn it now for 2 days. I have worn it on my skin also to test everything, longevity, protection, everything. And I will say that it smells amazing on men, very attractive, very refreshing. I would say very expensive smelling. So for the scent itself, I really, really like it. I think it's going to be my husband's new favorite summer cologne. To me, the scent itself is 9 out of 10. So very, very high rated. I love that grapefruit, but also it's still got that classy vetiver TERRE D'HERMES. It's just done really, really well. In terms of longevity, the Eau Givree, it lasts about 6 hours. I have tested it and my husband has tested it, and it does last only about 6 hours. And I would say it projects quite strongly if you spray a lot of it for the first maybe an hour or 40 minutes to an hour, and then it dies down and becomes more of that really close scent bubble and kind of dies down to be a very much of a skin scent. So in terms of projection, I wish it had more. I wish it really projected more, because I find myself craving for this, and I've told my husband like reapply it because it smells so good. So I would say in terms of projection, I would say this is a fragrance you really need to take with you on the go and reapply. I would say reapply it every 2 hours if you want to smell like this. But it's a fresh fragrance and it smells really natural, so I imagine that's why it doesn't really project that much, because then it would sacrifice that really natural smell for the artificial smell. So there's, you know, give and take here. Compared to the original TERRE D'HERMES, they have a similar lasting power. I found that TERRE D'HERMES Eau de Toilette lasts a bit longer, about an hour and a half longer than this one. And Eau Givree projects a bit stronger for the first half an hour, and then they're pretty much the same. So they're not like a huge projection scent bubble, but with this sort of a fragrance, you really want to be refreshing, and this sort of a scent you just have to reapply because of how classy and natural smelling it is. It's just worth it if you can afford to respray your fragrance that much throughout the day. This fragrance would be perfect for somebody who wants a classy scent that is a bit more fresher and crispier. This would be ideal on a vacation sort of a setting. I would imagine it like Italy trip, where you go out to town, then you come back to the hotel and reapply this fragrance, then you go out to the beach for a couple of hours, and then you come back and you reapply. So this is that sort of a fragrance that you just reapply a lot, but that freshness really keeps you smelling great even in the hottest weather. That grapefruit opening, it's so sexy, it's so refreshing. So I really, 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 really enjoy this fragrance. I just wish it had more projection and longevity, because I know that that is important for you guys. But overall, I would highly recommend this fragrance. You'll definitely see it on the channel because I just love it. Let me know what you think about the new Eau Givree. If you have smelled it, if you haven't smelled it, you have to smell it. It's such a good cologne. I would say overall it's a 9 out of 10, even with longevity and projection. It's just such a good smelling cologne. Really good release from TERRE D'HERMES. I'm really impressed. Love the bottle design. I hope you guys will love it too and enjoy it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already for more fragrance reviews, and like this video if you have enjoyed my TERRE D'HERMES review and me buying this fragrance, especially for you guys, for your enjoyment. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.